I'm coming from the villages of Taos and Okeowinge and parts in between, which I talk about in the book, regarding ethnicity and culture. The news of the commemoration of the 400th anniversary of the founding of Santa Fe filled me with all too familiar feelings of apprehension, dread, and resignation. How could such intense feelings result from the word commemoration? My misgivings about public historical commemorations in New Mexico are based on my life experience in New Mexico and because I was raised within a Pueblo community. I have an allegiance to a Pueblo worldview. People like me who carry the bloodlines of two cultures and ethnic groups, the Pueblo and the Nuevo Mexicano, contradict and are challenged by the reticence of individuals to examine their origins and impact of long-held beliefs and behaviors. My uneasiness increases when public commemorations are used to express a cultural or ethnic superiority or stature over another based on the notion of pure ancestry. People like me observe and live on the frontiers of both cultures. In that third grade classroom, her brown face, half haloed by a stiff silver sliver of white cotton, were highlighted only by the shine of the large black rosary beads that hung from the side of her waist. Shaken by the trauma, humiliation, and laughter of my classmates, I tried to hold back the tears by pretending to look for my books underneath my desk. I was trying to find a place of refuge from the stares, the voice, and the laughter. There it was, the moment at which this 8-year-old from Taos Pueblo and a Hispanic nun and a teacher reenacted centuries of old dynamics of contrasting histories, ethnicities, and cultures of northern New Mexico. Thank you.
Historically, American Indians were central to world's fairs and staged as tributes to industrial progress and celebrations of power. The placement of indigenous peoples in displays located them at various points down the evolutionary ladder of social and racial progress. I hear all the time that they want to buy a souvenir from a Santa Fe Indian to take back to their family members. I work as an artist, and every piece that I make is special with different styles. I don't push my art. If people choose a bracelet, then that was meant for them to take. Another thing that tourists do is that they can buy a $1,000 piece of art from a fancy gallery and they want to bargain down a price for a $10 bracelet that I made. I say no way. Each piece is priced and I do not bargain because I feel the prices are reasonable and someone else will pay that price. So I do not have to bargain. Do they go to a gallery and bargain there? The mentality of consumers is that they're Indians and we're not taken seriously as artists or people trying to make a living. They see us sitting down, laughing, and talking to people. I guess we look cute to them, end quote.
Mainstream scholarship often tells the story of the Santa Fe Trail through the prism of American nation building and heroism. But this history is significantly more complex and nuanced than brave Euro-American pioneers overcoming the hazards of wild Indians, geographic barriers, and unpredictable weather. Scholars or guardians of the master narrative have mostly done a poor job of incorporating Indians into this history. Consequently, the body of literature they created, whether expressed vividly or subtly, rests on racist notions of Euro-American superiority and Indian inferiority.
From my point of view, this relationship between Pueblos, Native people, and the city of Santa Fe and its some of its cultural leaders, the animosity and the intimidation that comes up when we try to bring up these issues, it's just not worth it. And so it's going to take a lot of dialogue, almost 2 years, I could imagine, 2 years of very complex, very intense dialogue for those who are willing. But there's been such a polarization by not the community as a whole, but individuals who are consider themselves spokespeople for Santa Fe and its history, that when an alternative point of view comes up, it is like, it is, you know, trash before we even have a chance to get started. So what you're witnessing, and you're witnessing, is this kind of, there is this divide that has been, still has not been addressed. And that goes for every member of the Santa Fe community. And until you start talking to each other and not lecturing people about things, that's when the changes are going to happen.
It's through the words of those who've had those experiences, their memories, their ideas, their arguments, their possibilities. In this book, we didn't share all of the work. There's poetry, there's a fiction piece, an imaginative piece, scholarly work, memory. All of it together helps us sort of reframe the possibility for truth. And that was my interest in being part of it and my joy. And so thank you tonight. And get the book, check out the back. I made a study guide for all of you. Okay, so we have a list of questions. You can go with your readers groups. I say about reading, it's a solitary act. So read and share and discuss with others so that this becomes really part of our communal activity here in Santa Fe. Thank you.